Okay, so this is my second attempt for making a furnace, and this time I was a bit careful with what materials I use. So I'm just using corrugated boxes. These are some things that are easily available and easy to tear off once the plaster dries. So this is another corrugated box, just putting plastic for protection, and this is how it's going to be, and the gap is going to be covered with the plaster. Here is my plaster, water, and I hope I succeed this time. So here is my newly made micro foundry. The purpose, it's made of a mix of plaster of Paris and sand, and it's pretty awesome now. Nice hole inside, and I also have a cover to put it on like this. I'm going to melt metals inside this. I hope it works. Okay, so I'm going to melt the Coca-Cola can today, and I have improved upon from last time, and I have a plaster of Paris furnace now to retain heat, and my blowtorch. I have some water handy if things go wrong. There's more water behind me, and this is my cover like this. And first let me try and crush this into like a very small thing, my feet. So here is my oven, and today I'm going to try to melt some aluminum. So I'm going to start by preheating the oven, and then once I reach a certain high temperature, I'm going to add aluminum. So here is my blowtorch. I'm firing it up. It is fired with butane, and then I'm going to cover it up. Here is how it looks like from the inside. Okay, now as you can see, the interior is glowing red hot. So maybe I'll add my can now soon. Maybe in like 1 minute more. So the thing is, you need to add in the cans at a high temperature so that it does not get a lot of time to oxidize, because the oxidation of oxide of aluminium is essentially just wasting your aluminium a little bit, and in a can it's about 14 grams of aluminium, so you want to minimize that waste as much as possible. So I actually tried to melt some aluminum yesterday, and there is already some aluminum inside, so that could be an indicator of how much the temperature is inside. So I think as soon as the aluminum inside starts slightly melting, maybe it's an indication that the temperature is high enough inside. So the aluminum is red hot now. I think my furnance works really good. So before I tried to melt aluminum just on the air, and it was horrible, nothing happened. So based on some YouTube videos, I came up with this. It's essentially just a simple design, just cavity inside a box, and the walls made of plaster of Paris and sand, 50-50 mix. Okay, now I can see some aluminum inside melting. I don't know if it's visible in the camera. There's a slight melt of aluminum. So now it means the temperature is almost like 550-600 degrees, and now it could be a good time to add the can inside. So I'm just going to add my can. Ooh, it's hot. Just going to let the paint is burning now. What the smell is. It's still smelling. That is the smell of the paint burning, and I think it will evaporate. Everything it will go off soon, and we should be left only with some aluminium. Crush some in. Okay, now I think it is the whole thing is also red hot, so that means temperature is really good inside, and I can see some aluminium melting already now, the shiny silvery stuff. Okay, I'm just going to help it a bit more on that side. I read on the internet some people add some normal salt which acts as reduces the formation of aluminium oxide. This black color stuff is actually aluminium oxide here, and maybe next time I melt aluminium I'll try to explore more on the flux. So these things are called flux. They are added to melting metals so that the metal melts fast and reduces the formation of oxide. It's an interesting topic for next time. So for now I'm just going to try and melt this aluminium into a nice liquid and pour it in my mold. Okay, so it has been almost around 12 minutes or so that I'm heating the aluminium, and let's see how long it takes today. and this kind of things form lot of slag, that is the oxides, and they need to be removed before you cast it. So I'm just waiting for everything to melt, maybe couple of minutes more or something like that. It's already been about 15 minutes or so that I'm heating this. Maybe with two torch it will be slightly better. Maybe it's just slag, I'm not sure. A lot of this thing is just slag. I think I'm just going to remove it off. Here is some liquid aluminium. Yeah, it's pretty hot inside now. I think it's also probably just slag, the other part. These things does not, because it's already quite hot and the aluminium has nicely melted. Okay, I should just take this off. Yeah, and remember to preheat your preheat the cast, because you don't want to pour liquid metals on a cold container. It will just spew, so better be careful with that. I think it's all just slag, it just won't melt. Only this part is aluminium. And maybe some more down. Okay, this is okay. Now it's nice and flowy. I've removed all the slag, and this is aluminium now. You can see. I don't know if it's visible. Yeah, this is aluminium. Okay, now I'm going to just has been a bad pour, but yeah, nevertheless. Yeah, I just not too pleased with the ingot, but yeah, it's fine. It's still usable. Now I'm just going to put it in water to cool it down. And here is some aluminium now. And a lot of slag formation. Yeah, I call it a success. Now I could successfully make aluminium into ingots, which I can use for further jewelry. And maybe next time I try to melt copper. For that I am copper and brass, and